Today we'll give you an easy trick you can use to find better balance on your forehand using just one exercise. Now, what is that exercise? Most of you probably struggle with your balance on your forehand, otherwise you wouldn't have clicked on this video. So let's get right into it. Whenever you're hitting a forehand with an open stance, it's really hard for most people to keep their balance, so they end up either taking another step, or they end up kind of falling over to the side, or they end up falling like this, for example, right? What we want to do is we want to make sure that we keep our balance by simply staying on our right foot and lifting our left knee without letting our knees or feet turn in the process. So for example, if I'm setting up like this, I now want to lift my left knee up like that, right, just like this, without letting it turn this way, right? I've seen people do this, I've seen people do this, I've seen people do this, right? There's lots of different ways. The worst one out of all of them is this, right? Every one of those paths will allow you to just lose balance and not control your shot. So instead, we want to rotate our upper body, swing, and keep our balance on our right foot. One more time, getting in position, lifting the left knee, and while we lift it, we're rotating our upper body and we're swinging. Now the goal here is to keep our balance on the right foot completely, so even after our shot, we're not falling to the right or left. Now this might look a little bit funny to you at first, but I promise you it will fix many things for you. Number one, you're not losing balance as you hit. Number two, it will force you to set up sooner because otherwise you can't make this happen. And number three, it will force you to get to the ball quicker so you can actually slow down and get your balance before you actually swing into the ball. Now following this exercise, you will notice how much easier you're suddenly controlling your shots once you get used to this. Because guess what? Your setup is always the same. You always have balance. You're repeating the same exact motion every time, rather than sometimes hitting like this, sometimes hitting like this, sometimes falling forward. If you do all these different variations of the shot, that means you're always hitting with different technique. Different technique means less repetition with the same thing, means less accuracy. So the more on point and identical your motion is on every shot, the more accurate your shots will become.
Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon.